I'ma keep it a bean. Stick to the script, every scene. This from last year, but they clean. Say to say, I'ma take something else, but it's winning team. Charlie Sheen, fam gang, the regime. I'm from Piney Green.
This been overdue forever. Asked me when it was dropping, said never. Should've made you cut the feather, but I designed it Freemason Margiela.
What's goody, Shellitronnn here, the most woke, no joke, and I'm back again with a brand new video, and I've got some very big news for you guys. I've got some very huge news for you guys. News just came down that the Carolina Panthers are going to be hosting defensive tackle and former Buck Gerald McCoy. I've talked about Gerald McCoy twice already. Once, I think 4 or 5 days ago, and just earlier today was my second time, and I said both times that I was not all that convinced. It was a very serious move. I called it window shopping. I said, yeah, we have interest in him, but I'm not really sure just how serious, I'm not really sure just how ambitious the Panthers are to actually get this man in the building and possibly actually sign him, especially considering that he went to the Ravens and the Browns for visits, and he actually stayed overnight in Baltimore to maybe get a deal done just last night. And to put this in perspective as to why it's so confusing that we actually got this move done, actually got him to come on a visit, think about this. The Baltimore Ravens have $13 million in cap space, and that's probably going to go up the next couple of days by June 2nd. And the Cleveland Browns have $32.8 million in cap space. We only have 9.8, and we're probably going to get another, 7.5 off of that Matt Khalil drop. So we'll be coming up on $15 million, but keep in mind we still haven't signed Brian Burns, and I'm pretty sure we haven't signed Greg Little yet either. So that's going to be, I'm assuming, about 10, maybe 12 million right there. Probably closer to 10, but the point is, a good chunk of that money that we're going to be getting after June 1st is probably going to go right back into signing our rookies. So we're going to have to find more money to actually get Gerald McCoy. But that's not the question at hand here. The real question is, why didn't Gerald McCoy leave the Cleveland office or the Baltimore office without a deal? That's my biggest question. What made those two franchises, which are, the Browns are looking really good on defense. Their offense wasn't all that great 2 years ago, but the defense was looking good. And last year, the defense was looking good, and the offense is only getting better. The Browns are spending what? They're spending $105 million, $106 million on defense this year, and the Ravens are spending $96 million on defense this year. Both of those numbers are higher than what we're spending on defense for this upcoming season so far. So these are two teams that really prioritize their defense. Why didn't they choose to sign a guy like Gerald McCoy, who we all think has really good skills? He obviously has pretty good stats. Throw them up right here. I'm not going to go over them again. I've talked about his stats numerous times. But why did they not sign this guy if, one, they have the money, and two, both of their defenses could use a little more help? They both have good defenses, but they could go from good to elite. I think the Ravens were already elite. Not the point, though. I'm just wondering, as a general question, what made them not want to sign? Now, he could have got an offer, and he's going around to other teams, and he's going to say, hey, well, they offered me this, and they offered me this, so can you sweeten the deal with something else here? Can you put some bonus money on my plate? Can you, maybe bring up that yearly rate a little bit? What can you do for me, my guy? He could be playing the Ravens and the Browns into thinking, okay, he's going to the Panthers. He might have some reason to actually play for them for a little bit less since, it's a division rival, or I guess a former division rival. I'm not so sure about the reasoning for why, but it does bring up the question, what happened? Why did those two teams not get a deal done? And we know how good this man is. Gerald McCoy is a very good defensive tackle. I don't think he's had that big of a drop-off in his stats. His stats are his stats. I don't really, like I said, I don't need to go into him too much. But he's been steadily getting 6 sacks a year since 2013. And before that, he had 5 sacks in 2012. So I'm not really doubting this man's ability to produce. I believe in him. But what I don't believe in is this right here. I've shown this before in my other video. But this is what he was getting paid for his whole career. Each year he's been in the league. I think he's been in the league since 2010. This is what his numbers are looking like. How do we fit this into our budget? You have to do some roster mania. You have to do a lot of different things to get this under our budget. Considering that we're going to have $15 million, still got to sign our 2 rookies, and we have to fit him in somewhere. And are we going to pick up someone in the secondary? Maybe, maybe not. But if we do pick up Gerald McCoy, I guess we probably won't pick up someone in the secondary. And the plan of action is going to be have a front 7 that's so elite that the secondary just has to hold serve for 3 seconds maximum. If you can just keep your guy in front of you, let the front seven do their job, and look, we're going to win games at the point of attack. You guys just don't get beat. Now hold up, young blood, before you type that comment out. Obviously that's oversimplifying it, but let's also not try to confuse what we're seeing here. The defensive scheme is obviously going to be an attacking scheme whose focus is more on getting to the quarterback than sitting back into coverage and daring the quarterback to throw at us. It is what it is. Let's not deny what we're seeing here. That's all I got for you here, man. I am not all that sure. I'm not really all that sold on this move actually happening. But you know what? I've been wrong before on this exact topic. I mean, I didn't think this move or the actual meeting was going to take place at all. And here we are. It's tentatively being scheduled for this upcoming week. Is it this week or next week? Point is, he's coming to the Panthers, and we'll see in a few days just how realistic and just how much the Panthers really want this guy, because there's going to have to be a lot of pieces moved around. If we actually end up signing this guy, Gerald McCoy, on a 1-year deal, you really can't call this anything other than a win now situation. And I actually have a few thoughts as to why that is. That's not solely tied to, just winning a ring. There may be some other implications as to why the Panthers are putting this many pieces on the team on just 1-year deals and not, saving some cap for, the future, that kind of thing, and using so much cap in the areas that they are. I am starting to think that there may be another reason and another way the team is isolating what they really want to see from certain players in certain positions. I might get to that in a later video, but for right now, I'll leave it at that. I want to know your thoughts. Will the team actually sign Joe McCoy? Does the team really need Joe McCoy? People have been talking about, I've seen people talking about how Dontari Poe is a bad player and whatnot, but keep in mind, he is a 3-4 defensive tackle who was playing in a 4-3 scheme last year, so he was playing outside of what he really is best at. We put him in a scheme where he was not suited for, and this year he will be in a scheme that he's actually suited for. So I'm not really 100% sure just how much we can really put on Poe last year, and also consider the defensive coordinator, how the scheme was looking, how a lot of the other players on defense were looking. Was everyone playing their best around the front half of the season? How did our defense look as a whole last year? I'll let you tell it to me, man. What are your thoughts on all these moves, man? Let me know all your thoughts in the comments below. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you hit that bell, because the subscriptions on YouTube are really weird right now. They're not really showing up on everyone's home pages and the subscription boxes. So to make your sub actually work, hit that bell icon. If you want to support the channel, peep that pinned comment below. And you already know to do with that like button.
Cheers to you, appreciate the chance. Been told y'all I been the man. Been told y'all I had the gift. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Real ones gonna recommend. Count this as another win.